We are grateful for the faithful work of our search team. In a moment, we will hear of their process, the regional profile that was created out of their work, and the candidate they have nominated to this gathered assembly to be our next regional minister and president. First, however, let us take a moment to recognize this team and their work. Jim Barton of Chalice Christian Church, Michael Cleveland of Saguaro Christian Church, Miriam Soto of Templo Cristiano Central, Reverend Owen Chandler of Saguaro Christian Church, Linda Immel of Foothills Christian Church, Lupita Amaya of Alas de Salvacion, Reverend Pedro Ramos Goiculea of Desert Dove Christian Church, and Laverne Thorpe of First Christian Church Mesa. As you are aware, the search was conducted in accordance with the process provided by the General Church. The team was also guided by the following passage from Acts. Then they prayed, "Lord, you know everyone's heart. Show us which of these two you have chosen to take over this apostolic ministry, which Judas left to go where he belongs." Then they cast lots, and the lot fell to Matthias, so he was added to the 11 apostles. Like the apostles, the team prayed and studied in and around doing their work. Rather than casting lots, however, their process involved over a year of developing a regional profile, describing the position being sought, screening applications, checking references, conducting online and in-person interviews, and finally selecting the candidate, Reverend J. Hartley, here with us today. The regional profile developed by the search team is as follows. The Christian Church in Arizona encompasses the entire state of Arizona, with congregations concentrated in the greater metropolitan region of Phoenix and Tucson. Within its 24 congregations and approximately 3,500 members, the region reflects much of the cultural, political, and socioeconomic diversity of the state. As good disciples, we also experience a wide range of theological views among and within our congregations. Regional operations are carried out by the regional minister, a full-time regional ministry administrator, and part-time staff coordinating youth ministries and women's ministries. Lay and clergy leaders serve on the Administrative Council, which provides guidance on business matters, and the Mission Focus Team, which provides the program leadership to the region. The Hispanic Convención has its own leadership team and moderator, who also serve on the regional board. Our regional assembly meets every 2 years, and the Convención has a separate biannual meeting, though we have met together before. Thanks to generous endowments, the Christian Church in Arizona itself enjoys financial stability. Our churches are a mix of Hispanic and predominantly Anglo congregations. Approximately 1 in 7 of our members attends a church where Spanish is the primary language spoken in worship. We celebrate this diversity while acknowledging our need to work for unity among all our congregations, a work requiring us to honestly address history and systemic racism within our church. Although political diversity exists, our region has a strong interest in social justice. In 2010, in the face of Arizona's Papers, Please Law, SB 1070, the region passed 2 resolutions, 2010-03 calling for hospitality and 2010-02 explicitly condemning the bill. Indeed, one of our congregations began the Humane Borders Ministry, which provides water to those crossing in the desert. That year, a resolution acknowledging human-caused climate change also passed. In 2015, we led the General Church in recognizing the need to end the stigma of mental health and offer paths of support by sponsoring GA 1523, Becoming a People of Welcome and Support to People with Mental Illness and/or Mental Health Disorders, which was passed by the General Assembly. Finally, many of our churches are open and affirming of individuals regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. Based on the cultural landscape, our interest in social justice, our diversity, and the number of churches experiencing change, we sense our region is in a time of transition and potential transformation. Most congregations have young pastors in their call for 5 years or less. In addition, surveys conducted this year around the search and call process for a new regional minister revealed our desire for new ideas and new ways to energize and sustain ministries that will bring vitality to our congregations and communities. They have also expressed a hope that the region not only provide stable guidance and strong administrative support, but also be a source of dynamism. This reinforces a congregational vitality survey from 2 years ago in which congregations named their most pressing needs. In addition to concerns regarding stewardship approaches and techniques for effective use of our facilities, surveys showed a desire for more transformational Christian education and small group interactions, as well as more authentically engaging evangelism. In our desire to become more unified, grow in faith, love, and acts of justice, and ultimately become more fully partnered in God's work, the Christian Church in Arizona stands at the cusp of new possibilities for great things. This regional profile led to a job description which called for a minister who would be able to lead with an institutional imagination centered in God's love, Christ's courage, and the Spirit's capacity to unite all beyond the boundaries of race, language, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, geography, and theological differences. A minister able to incorporate an integrated approach to regional ministry, weaving together the existing silos of our structure into a coordinated effort. A minister able to coach local congregations and to equip them for authentic faithfulness within this changing reality. A minister able to relate to the gifted cadre of ministers already present within Arizona and the capacity to proactively recruit additional quality ministers for positional vacancies. A minister able to listen first, question second, and act third. A minister able to enact change even if that requires implementation of a completely new model of regional ministry and staffing. And finally, a minister able to execute normative regional level functions. For example, and not exhaustively, search and call, various required committees, pastoral care, ordinations, and installations, etc. Jay Hartley became the pastor of Eastwood Christian Church in August of 2000 after serving 6 years as youth pastor in a large congregation. Jay is committed to preaching a gospel of God's steadfast and boundless love for all people. Jay welcomes your questions and theological inquiries, deeply believing that rigid doctrine and simplistic answers are unlikely to lead to a mature faith. Jay attended Williams College and the University of Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music and began his career as a symphony bassoonist before attending Vanderbilt Divinity School and becoming a pastor. Jay still loves music and plays bagpipes every Palm Sunday, sings in the choir, and enjoys coaching Little League baseball, reading, and games of all sorts. Reading Jay's letter to the Arizona region is Jim Barton and Montse Vejar.
Queridos amigos de la Iglesia Cristiana en Arizona, es un honor haber sido nominado para la posición de ministro regional de la Iglesia Cristiana en Arizona. Yo crecí en Mesa, donde mi padre fue pastor de la primera iglesia cristiana ubicada en Country Club del año 1974 a 1983. Tengo recuerdos memorables de aquellos años y estoy agradecido con los miembros de FCC Mesa por darme una fundación sólida para mi caminar de fe. Con gozo recuerdo ir al campamento de la iglesia en Payson, donde jugaba Truly Nolan, explorábamos las cuevas y cantábamos. Los huesos se levantarán de nuevo. Si la Asamblea Regional aprueba mi nominación, estaré feliz de regresar a casa.
Dear friends in the Christian Church in Arizona, I am honored to be nominated for the position of Regional Minister in the Christian Church in Arizona. I grew up in Mesa, where my father was pastor of First Christian Church on Country Club from 1974 to 1983. I have fond memories of those years and am grateful for the members of FCC Mesa for giving me a solid foundation for my faith journey. With joy, I recall attending church camp in Payson, where I played Truly Nolan, hiked up the caves, and sang Dem Bones Gonna Rise Again. If your regional assembly approves my nomination, I will be excited to be coming home.
Mi familia se fue de Mesa después de yo haber cursado el 9º año en Poston Junior High School, y ese caminar de fe me llevó a Kansas, Michigan, Massachusetts, Honduras, Ohio, New York y Texas, antes de asentarnos en Tennessee, en donde he vivido por los últimos 27 años. Me gradué de Williams College con una doble licenciatura en religión y música y después recibí una maestría en interpretación de fagot del Conservatorio de Cincinnati. Me casé con Dawn, una fagotista de la Orquesta Sinfónica de Nashville, y empecé mi carrera como músico de sinfonía en la Orquesta Sinfónica de Huntsville, Alabama. Pronto conseguiría un trabajo de medio tiempo como pastor de jóvenes y empecé a tomar clases en la Escuela de Divinidades de Vanderbilt. Todo aquello a la vez que estaba criando 3 niños, de los cuales el último se acaba de graduar de high school.
My family left Mesa after my 9th grade year at Poston Junior High School, and my journey took me to Kansas, Michigan, Massachusetts, Honduras, Ohio, New York, and Texas before settling in Tennessee, where I have lived for the last 27 years. At Williams College, I double majored in religion and music, then received a master's in bassoon performance from the Cincinnati Conservatory. I married Dawn, a bassoonist in the Nashville Symphony Orchestra, and began my career as a symphony musician in Huntsville, Alabama Symphony Orchestra. I soon took a part-time job as a youth minister and began classes at Vanderbilt Divinity School, all in the midst of raising 3 young children, the last of whom just graduated from high school.
Fue durante el tiempo que estaba en el seminario de Vanderbilt que fue mi llamado como pastor de la Iglesia Cristiana de Eastwood, en donde lo he sido por los últimos 19 años. Estos 19 años han sido verdaderamente maravillosos, habiendo tenido el gozo de experimentar un acoplamiento extremadamente bueno entre pastor e iglesia. Cuando en el coro canto en el coro, he jugado en el equipo de softball y he escrito varios currículos de la escuela bíblica de vacaciones. También he sido bendecido al poder ser mentor de estudiantes de la Escuela de Divinidades de Vanderbilt en su camino al ministerio, a dirigir campamentos y ser codirector de la Comisión Antirracismo y Pro Reconciliación de la región de Tennessee. En Eastwood, continuamente hacemos la pregunta: ¿cómo podemos encarnar mejor el amor de Dios para el mundo? Bendiciones y paz, Reverend J.R. Hartley.
During my time at VDS, I was called to be pastor of Eastwood Christian Church, where I have been for the last 19 years. These 19 years have been wonderful, having experienced the joy of an extremely good match between pastor and congregation. I sing in the choir, play on the softball team, and have written curriculum several original vacation Bible schools. I have also been blessed to mentor VDS students on their journey into ministry, to lead church camp, and to co-chair the Tennessee Region's Commission on Pro-Reconciliation Anti-Racism. At Eastwood, we continually ask the question, how best can we embody God's love of the world? Among our attempts to be faithful in our response to God's call, we started a preschool, started a church in the local county jail, and became the first open and affirming disciples congregation in Tennessee. I look forward to continuing to explore that question with all of you. How best can we embody God's love for the world? Peace and blessings, Reverend J.R. Hartley.